Dear learners, welcome to Dr. Alka Jain's management videos. In our previous video, we have seen what is human resource management. We have seen its scope and objective also. And today we'll discuss what are the functions of human resource management. So let's go to the slides. We'll discuss the functions of human resource management in these slides. And in the first slide, we'll quickly revise what is human resource management. Human resource management is a management function that deals with recruiting, selecting, training and developing human resources in an organization. I hope the definition is clear. For better understanding of this definition, you can go to my previous video of human resource management. Name of the video is Introduction to Human Resource Management. So broadly, we can divide the functions of HRM into two parts. First is managerial functions that this department has to perform. Second is operative functions that this department has to perform. When it comes to managerial functions, HR department has to plan, HR department has to organize, HR department has to staff, HR department has to give directions, then HR department also has to control the business activities. And when it comes to operative functions, it has to procure the human resource, that means to bring the human resource into the organization, to develop this human resource as per the requirements of the organization. Compensation means rewarding the employees for their efforts in the organization in monetary or non-monetary terms. Then this resource which is useful for the organization has to be maintained in the organization and has to be kept motivated. Integration is a kind of communication, kind of counseling, collective bargaining and discipline, etc. Industrial relations is an important function of human resource department because they have to establish the balance between the employees, employers and the outside environment, especially government authorities and other industries. Let us understand all these functions in detail now. First, we'll go to managerial functions. First managerial function is planning. In planning, first thing that the HR department has to do is establishing goals and objectives to be achieved by the employees. To achieve these objectives, they have to develop certain rules and procedures. They have to determine plans and at times forecasting is also to be done. Next function is organizing. This managerial function talks about giving each member a specific task, that means task distribution, establishing departments and divisions, delegating authorities to members, then establishing channels of authority and communication. This means whom you will be reporting, what will be the flow of communication in the organization. All this comes under the function of organizing. Then the last function of organizing is to create a system to coordinate the works of members. This coordination is the most important function because in absence of this coordination, the whole organization may crash. Next managerial function is staffing. Staffing means the HR executive has to decide what kind of people and how many people are required in the organization. Then applications are invited, that means recruiting prospective employees. Out of those applicants, you have to pick out the best ones. And then you have to decide what will be paid to them in terms of their wages and salaries and incentives and other benefits, etc. In the beginning only, you have to set the performance standards for the employees. And then continuously the HR person has to evaluate the employees' performance in the organization. And if required, the employees can be counseled. Broadly, these are the activities in the function of staffing. Next managerial function is directing. That means giving directions. This function of directing gets the work done through subordinates. It ensures effective two-way communication. Two-way means from the employee to the employer and from the employer to the employee. Ensuring effective two-way communication means that there should be a good rapport between the HR department and the employees because HR department is the link between the employer and the employees. So all the communication that is coming from the employer has to be conveyed to the employee and in turn the information from the employees is to be collected and then it is to be given to the employer. This can be done only if there is an effective two-way communication. Then the employees are to be motivated so that they strive for better performance. Then maintaining the group morale. Group morale is very important to keep the employee motivated in the organization. Last managerial function of human resource department is controlling. Standard performance has already been established. Now the actual performance has to be measured and comparison between the two. Actual performance and standard performance has to be made. And if there is any gap, then you have to take corrective actions so that the gap can be minimized. Now we start discussing the operative functions of Human Resource Department. First operative function of any HR department is procurement function. What is procurement? Procurement means anticipating vacancies, to see how many vacancies are there, what kinds of vacancies are there in an organization, how they can be filled. And then organizational planning related to these vacancies is also a function of Human Resource Department. They have to analyze the job in two ways. First is, what is the task that is to be done inside the organization? And second is, what kind of people can do these jobs? When we say this is task inside the organization, it becomes job description. And when we say what kind of people can do this job, that becomes our job specification. So job analysis comprises of two things: job description and job specification. Next is recruitment. Recruitment is inviting maximum number of applications for a particular job vacancy that you have in your organization. And selection is an entirely opposite process. If recruitment is a positive process of inviting more and more people inside the organization, selection is a kind of eliminating process. You start from inviting the applications and then you start shortlisting. This shortlisting is done on the basis of parameters pre-decided by the organization to analyze an employee, and then in the end, final selection is made of the best suitable candidates for the organization. That means the organization has picked out the best candidates out of that pool of applications which was invited in the beginning of the recruitment process. When the selection process ends, we see that now the organization is in position to make the job offer to the candidate. If the job offer is accepted by the candidate, he becomes an employee. And when an employee enters an organization, he is to be placed. That is the placement function under procurement. He is to be placed, he has to be given a proper desk, he has to be given a proper area to sit in, and then induction. Orientation is also very important, because this is orientation that will familiarize a new employee with the organization. He has to know about his job duties, he has to know about his roles that he has to perform in the organization, and he is also to be familiarized with the HR policies of the organization. This also comes under procurement function. Many organizations may have more than one branch, and if there are many branches, the transfer from one branch to the other as per the needs of the organization is to be taken care of, and this becomes procurement function of the HR department. Then promotion and demotion, these are also procurement functions. What is the performance of a particular employee? Accordingly, he can be promoted or demoted. When the organization does not need a particular employee, then separation also becomes the responsibility of HR department under this procurement function. Let's see the next operative function now. Next operative function is development. Whose development? First, you need to develop an employee so that the organization can develop. And how can you develop an employee? With the HR executive and managers, they not only have to check the present performance of the executive, they also have to keep an eye on the future performance, which can be enhanced with certain techniques, and the most suitable technique is training. Various kinds of training methods are there. Any of those training methods can be used to educate, to develop the employees so that the organization can develop. And next point is career planning and development. Now, what kind of career planning and development is required inside the organization? An employee who joins the organization does not want to stay at the same level throughout his tenure in the organization. He or she wants to develop in the organization. So this becomes HR department's responsibility to familiarize with the career opportunities available inside the organization, and then to align between the need and ability of the executive and the career opportunities available in the organization. And this becomes a development function, which is an operative function of Human Resource Department. Next operative function of Human Resource Department is compensation. What is compensation? It refers to providing adequate and equitable remuneration to the employees for their contribution to the organization. What does the HR department have to do in this function of compensation? First, the job is to be evaluated. What is the importance of a particular job in the organization? Then the performance has to be evaluated. What is the employee's performance in the organization? Then wage and salary administration. According to the importance of the job, according to the performance of the employees, the wage and salary, these are to be administered by the HR department. Next operative function, retention and motivation, is the most important function of HR department. And first point here is employee well-being. This employee well-being talks about health and safety of workers. For this, the HR department may have to establish safety rules, may have to provide them with the medical services. The HR department has to ensure that employees' health is not at stake inside the organization. Generally, HR department develops policies, procedures and rules for the safety of the employees. And HR department also has to conduct safety inspections. Employees should feel safe and secure inside the organization. This is also one part of employee well-being. Next is social security. Social security may come from different schemes introduced by the HR department, like old age benefits, pension or insurance programs. This way the employee will feel socially secure inside the organization. Next is HR records. If an organization has properly planned HR records of each and every employee, then it may solve many problems of the organization. HR information system. As we have seen in HR records, this HR information system is somehow a similar thing, and it is generally done digitally. Then the employee is to be kept motivated. The organization is trying to retain the employee, that is good. But while the employee is there in the organization, the maximum output can be obtained from this employee's performance if the employee is motivated enough. Motivation means his will to perform, and this will has to be kept always high. This becomes the responsibility, the function of human resource department. Next can be job rotation. For example, if a factory works in day and night both the shifts, then you cannot keep the same employee in night shift forever. So job rotation has to be done. This also becomes the responsibility of human resource department. Then workers' participation, not necessarily in decision making, but if workers feel that they are participating in all the activities of the organization, they will have this sense of belongingness in them. Integration, operative function of HR departments are slightly complicated. This is not only about individuals. Now this is about their conflicts with each other. This is about conflicts between two groups. They have to settle all kinds of disputes. And at the same time, they also have to see that the discipline of the organization is also being maintained. This becomes HR department's responsibility to develop channel and media for effective communication. Then grievances are to be addressed. There can be many reasons behind these grievances, but if they are not addressed on time, then they can be a trouble for the organization in future. So this becomes HR department's function to address the grievances of the employees on time. Dispute settlement, again, this can be between individuals and between the groups also, and it has to be addressed by the HR department of the organization. Next is collective bargaining. This becomes HR manager's responsibility to use collective bargaining as a solution to the problems in the organization. Diagram in the next slide shows us the process of culture building by HR department, because the purpose of all the functions of HR department is culture building in the organization. And we see that all the functions of HR department, whether they are competency building, manpower planning, recruitment and selection, compensation and performance management, they have to be interwoven effectively so that a strong culture in the organization can be built by a smooth flow of these activities in the organization, which will help in building corporate image of the organization in the environment. So thank you for being with me, and I hope the functions of management are clear to my students now. If you like the video, then please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel, and stay with the channel for future HRM videos on important topics from HRM. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning. Bye bye.